Thank you, Maria, for your kind introduction. I'm so honored to be here today. I never expected to receive an award. My husband did not either. He's so happy. He got to come with me. I was raised by my mother and grandmother in Nicaragua. They told me to give back. When I was 14, I started volunteering to the Red Cross, helping young children. Political groups began to threaten the Red Cross volunteers. When I was threatened, my family made plans to go to the US with my uncle. To get to the United States, we had to go through smugglers. One of them stole all our money. We walked for hours through the night without food and water. I saw dead bodies of women and children. They were naked. I saw terrible things that I will never forget. We were terrified to continue, but we were even more terrified of the smugglers. Once I get to Texas, my work began. I was an indentured servant for 1 year, but I was able to build my life. I began to volunteer again. I found my calling. I translated for women and children seeking asylum who were representing their cases to the immigration judge. Through this experience, I was able to help them and also learn English and immigration law. Today, at my job at the International Emergency Shelter, I see a lot of children between 13 and 17 who have experienced terrible trauma during the journey from Central America. Often, the girls have been drugged and gang raped. Smugglers may promise them a job as a waitress, but then sell into the prostitution. When you hear about pregnant girls crossing the border, I'm telling you, many are pregnant because they were raped. At the emergency shelter, we help guide them to be a better future. I tell them that many of the girls, like them now, lead a successful life. I know this. It is true because 20 years ago, I was one of those girls. There was a time when I didn't know if I could stay in the United States. I will never forget the judge who denied my asylum because I could not prove my hardship in Nicaragua. Years later, after I became a legal permanent resident, I went back to the court to represent a 4-year-old boy. I was afraid. Am I to see the same judge? Instead, I looked up and saw the judge who granted me my legal permanent residence. The judge gave me a funny look and said, "I recognize you." And I said, "Yes, Judge, you almost sent me back to Nicaragua." "That was you?" He said. "Look at you now. You're fluent in English and know more about immigration law. I'm so proud of you." That's what he said. And I say, "Thank you, Judge." This story gives me hope for all detained women and girls. I want them to know that they are not invisible. We will do whatever we can to ensure that their voices are heard. They are the true voices of courage. This is the award. Thank you.